This video is on my new Ivan Mods YouTube channel, so hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, because you probably only know me from the Ivan Plays channel, but this is now focused on modding and game dev. Hey, what's up? Lecomanist told me that Ravenfield has a new scripting feature, so what you need to know is Lua, Unity, Ravenfield modding. Ravenfield modding is you have to have Unity installed, still 5.6 P1. You have to have Blender for 3D models if you want, and you need to download this stuff. Okay, so anyways, let's go create our first script. Installation guide first. Okay, so to get started, you will need the following: tool pack, Visual Studio Code. All right, so Lorda, Loa, and Eagle Pancake are telling me we should use the beta version of the tools pack. So let's go. We need to have Ravenfield. I have Ravenfield in Steam. You gotta buy Ravenfield. It's currently priced at $15 European. And let's see, there was a Steam sale just recently. It was half priced. And sometimes it's on sale on Humble. Sometimes it's on sale on Steam. Okay, so next I'm going to get the Ravenfield tool pack. I'm going to get the beta version. Okay, here it is. Let me just download anyway. Okay, Visual Studio Code is required. Visual Studio Code. I do have that installed actually. Let me boot that up. Nice. But you can get it for free. There is no link here, but you can get it for free from debugger support for Lua. Does that mean we need to install that? Okay, okay, so we have to set this up. Okay. It's possible to use Ravenscript with any text editor. Yeah, we can use, actually, yeah, we can use a different text editor, but yeah, let's go for Visual Studio Code. So let's set up the debugging stuff. Okay, so here we have Visual Studio Code. Okay, Visual Studio Code on the right. Open Ravenfield Tools Pack in VS Code. What does that mean? Well, first of all, here's the tool pack. Let's unzip that. I use 7-zip for that, but you can just use right-click, extract all. I think it's done. Let's call this, let's keep the zip for later for future projects. Let's rename this to RF Tools Beta Script Lua Script First Steps. And this is a, let me just move this over here. Okay. This is a Unity project folder. So let me just get Unity running. Let me just try to remember which version. Toolpack here. 5.6 P1. So in Ravenfield over here, I have, okay, let's get 5.6 P1. Okay, here. Unity Editor, Windows, Components. Okay, so I'm gonna install that. Gotta be careful where to. Standard assets, no. This, sure, without it, what are we even doing? This is definitely the wrong folder. Definitely the wrong folder. I guess we're gonna just write 5.6 P1 here. Okay, so that's gonna install for a while. Meanwhile, let's try to open this folder in Visual Studio Code. Does that make sense? Copy. Maybe we opened it. Okay, so now let's install X and Anathor Moonsharp debug, how to install extensions. Let's go over here. Open VS Code, open the extension tab, view extensions, view extensions, Control Shift X, Control Shift X, Control Shift X. Okay, let's search for this. There it is. Let's install. Okay, meanwhile Unity is finishing installation. That is cool, but also I'm supposed to search for VS Code Lua, but I'm guessing I should just go for the thing. Yeah, so first result actually specifies here. Install, is there an install button? No, there is, oh there. Man, it's so tiny. This extension is enabled globally, cool. Okay, repeat for C#, unless already installed. C#, assuming this is the right one, doing that. Do I have to do this for Unity? Repeat for editor config for VS Code. No idea what that is. All right, cute logo, doing that again. Syntax highlighting should work out of the box with the latest Ravenfield tools pack if you have followed the above instructions. Ravenfield's files use the TXT file extensions. They are bundled into Unity asset bundles as text assets, hence the file extension requirement. VS Code should treat all TXT files within the Ravenfield tools pack as Lua code. If you followed the above steps, it should already work as expected. However, if it does not, keep reading. Okay, so we're gonna see that. We're gonna check that later. We can come back to this if it doesn't work. Don't need that. Unity is still installing. Okay, so we're done with this. Open the debug configurations in VS Code. In debug, open configurations. No shortcut for that. A new tab. Indeed, that is a correct path. So this did open, yes. Modify it to contain the following. So we have Moonsharp attach, we have Moonsharp debug, we have debug server correct, we have everything. So this is superfluous. Let me just try it out. Yeah, this is already there. Press F5. Okay, so Eagle's telling me that he and other people are also getting that error. Meanwhile, Unity is done. Okay, so Unity is located over here. C program files, Unity Hub editor, and then the version editor, and then Unity exe. Okay, so we have 563p1 now, as opposed to F. So let's add this folder. Here it is, and now we can start it. Correct version, we have it installed. Let's launch it. So meanwhile, Unity is importing the project. That's going to be a little while. So Lord Aloha is telling me that I should ignore the error we saw earlier. Meanwhile, Unity is not starting. What is up with that? Oh, right. It will require me to log in. So there's problems when you launch older versions of Unity from Unity Hub. They need you to log in first. So let me just kill that in the task manager and start Unity from the start menu, or from the install location. Here I have to do this nonsense. Personal, next, blah blah blah. Good. Thank you. So now if I start it from Unity Hub, okay, here it works. Now I started it from Unity Hub. Okay, so this one is just not working for now. I should ignore it. Let's continue with this. So the next step here is to configure Unity to use not Visual Studio in preferences. So it's in edit preferences. Again, edit preferences. External tools. Oh, okay, so it's not supposed to be here. So VS Code does not appear here. You have to browse. Okay, so this is a bit tricky. You have to actually copy this path because of this weird install location. And just select code. All right, cool. So Visual Studio Code is in here. It is. Close preferences. Yeah, we can do that. Open a new VS Code window. Okay, I'm just going to close this then. Oh, and then I open this folder. I'm just going to start code, VS Code, get away. I'm going to go to File, Open Folder, select this, and select Folder. Are we done here? Okay, so we're done with that. Extensions. We already installed the extensions. We did that. Syntax highlighting should work. We don't know it yet. Okay, we're done. So we're done with the installation. Cool. Now let's go back to main page and do the create your first script. Okay, Ravenscript is a scripting language for Ravenfield. It's part of Ravenfield's modding tools called Ravenfield Tools Pack. Ravenscript is based on Lua. Okay, here's an example of a Ravenscript code. Okay, so these are comments. They start with --. We are recommended to use local, always local, when we define a variable. Let's see, local function add to, well, great, some math. Okay, behaviors. Unity uses a component-based system for implementing game logic. This is not going to be able to explain how Unity works to a beginner, is it? Well, read it if you want. Link is in the description. In C#, a component is implemented by deriving from the monobehavior class. In Ravenscript, we call the behavior function. This function creates and registers a Ravenscript behavior with the given name. The behavior is added to a Unity object through the scripted behavior component. Ravenscripts are stored in TXT files because Lua files are illegal? I don't get it. And treated as text assets. Oh, because Unity knows what a text asset is. Couldn't we define a new asset type in the tools? I don't know. All Ravenscripts start with a call to behavior, so this is not a Ravenscript. This is just an example of Lua code. It is recommended to use the same name for the behavior and the TXT file. How do we give it a name? Where do we write the name of the script? I really want to know that now. Okay, here we go. So the parameter for behavior is the name of the, ideally, the name of the file. Man, this is not going to be a short tutorial. Okay, I'm done with that. Your first script. For our first script, we will limit ourselves to printing a debug message. That is not exciting at all. I hope it is on screen at least. This is not very exciting. However, it will show the necessary steps to create a simple Ravenfield mod with a single custom weapon. Okay, so we are in Ravenfield Tools Pack and Unity here. Uh-oh, using that word object in a Unity context, not good. Okay, our first objective is to create a new weapon content mob prefab. We will attach our first Ravenscript to a weapon, then export the weapon through a content mod. Assets folder over here. Create a new folder called my mod. Really? Okay, let's do it. Let's call this my Ravenscript mod. Find the example weapon content. Boop, 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 boop. Let's just search for it. Let's drag. No, not drag it, but we're gonna duplicate it. I think this is freaking. Okay, so this is a duplicate. Ravenscript weapon content mod. This one I'm gonna move to my Ravenscript mod. Okay. Move the duplicated. Okay, we did that. We will attach the script to the AR-15GL weapon. Okay, I like this tutorial very much. It explains what we're going to do and then we're doing it. With the blah selected, so selecting this, change the weapon entries size to 1. Weapon entries size, that's already the case. Set the name to, we're going to call it RS, AR-15GL. Yeah. Set prefab to the AR-15GL over here. Okay, cool, we did that. In the project tab, right click next to the my content prefab. I'm calling it Ravenscript weapons, Ravenscript mod, let's call it that. Okay, so Ravenscript mod, let's right click next to it, create Ravenscript. Here it is. Now this one we're going to call not my behavior, but my Ravenscript. I don't know why, I just want to rebel. This creates a new Ravenscript file with the name mybehavior.txt. Let's confirm that. Clicking on it, yes, txt down here. We are now ready to open Visual Studio Code. Oh yeah, ready to rumble, except I already have it open. Start VS Code and then open the Ravenscript Tools pack folder. I like how it repeats the same thing over and over, because this is good. This is good. Open the mybehavior.txt file. Let's see, does it see it? Here. Nice, here it is. And there is syntax highlighting. How do I zoom in? How do I zoom without zooming the UI? Jeez, I have to get an extension for that. Okay, so I'm gonna control minus. Oh, now it works. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so we have that. And now in this my behavior, we will write this print hello world. Okay, let's call it this. This is, oh, it actually applied the name. Cool. It does say hello world. Let me just move this to the left. For the purpose of this tutorial, remove any existing code and copy and paste the following Lua code into mybehavior.txt. This is the same plus a comment. This is the same plus a comment. This is something we're not using yet. Okay, this script will print hello world to the console. Hello Ravenscript world from Ivan Mods. Subscribe to Ivan Mods. Can we break strings? This? I guess so. We will now attach this script to the AR-15GL weapons prefab. So I'm just going to save this with Control S, I presume. Okay, cool. So if I make a change, there's a dot here. And if I Control S, then it goes away, the dot here, or circle. So back to Unity. Locate and open the weapons lab scene. What do you mean by console, though? I do not know what they mean by console. Do we have a console in Ravenfield? We will find out. Locate and open the weapons lab scene. Scenes. Weapons lab. Locate and select the AR-15GL in the scene hierarchy. AR-15GL is here. Whoops. Here, scene. Ah, shoot. This doesn't work, of course, because I have the wrong version of Blender currently configured as the default. Jeez. Okay, so I talked about this on Discord, and Jake saying whoosh told me I should delete Blender 2.8 or 8.2 and then just reassign it to Blender 2.79. But NewSB told me I can just easily use a command line, so I use git bash. You can also try to somehow get shift right click, open PowerShell or open CMD. I'm gonna use git bash. And the hint was use blender.exe and a little r after a dash. So it still opens with Blender 2.8. We're going to rename the exe file of 2.8 to something different. And now we're going to double click this file. I'm sorry, what? Okay, so maybe I assigned 2.8 to, I mean, the special exe which I made. Maybe it's using that? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so double clicking now doesn't work. Cool. So we're just gonna go to properties of a blend file, go to change open with. We're gonna select the freaking correct version. Okay, refresh this, re-import this, I mean. Okay, now it freaking works. Oh my goodness. So let's just re-import this. Okay, so this works. All right, I have calmed down a little, so let's take a look. With the AR15GL selected, here, in the Inspector tab, click Add Component down here. Add Component, scripted what? Scripted behavior. Is that correct? And then the source should be in the assets, txt. Okay, we can select txt files. Ravenscript, my Ravenscript over here. So yeah, we could select this, but the txt we cannot select. I mean, we cannot type in txt because file endings are being ignored by Unity weirdly. On the other hand, if we click on it, we can see down here that it is my ravenscript.txt file. If we leave the behavior field empty, Ravenscript will automatically look for a behavior with the same name as the source file. In our case, it will look for a behavior called myBehavior. Over here. So here we can type in the behavior in case the behavior has a different name than the file name. So for now, we should ignore that and not worry about it. There can be multiple behaviors in one file, but that is discouraged. I tried asking on the Discord to understand it better. Maybe somebody can explain it better in the comments, but for now, don't worry about it. Just don't use more than one behavior in the same script file and you should be all fine. So just leave behavior empty. The lesson here is we don't have to write anything in behavior because we did write here the same as the file name. Scroll to the top of the inspector and press apply. Where is that here? AR15GL, let's scroll up. And here we press apply here. Okay, to test it, select the My Content Prefab under Assets My Mod. This is the Ravenscript mod. And from the Unity toolbar, press Ravenfield Tools, Test Map or Content Mod. Test Map or Content Mod, yeah, Control T. So it's first exporting, and then it will start Ravenfield and immediately load a test level. This usually only takes seconds. But this very first time that I do this, it actually takes a few minutes. So that didn't work. Oh, so I have to be on beta branch and Ravenfield as well. So will this work now? Oh, now I can directly launch into this level. Okay, so page up and there's a console. Hello, Ravenscript new line world from Ivan Mods. That's not what I had intended, but sure, it works. It freaking works. It freaking works. Page down is reloading scripts. Interesting. Okay, so then there's some information about how to debug them without having to restart the game. Console does not appear when I press page up. Are you using the latest version of Ravenfield? Ravenscript support is only available on the beta branch. Did you press apply and save the changes we made to AR15GL? Did you deploy with my AR15GL equipped? So now let's script something that actually is something. This script uses raycasting to measure distances. It prints it on the console, right? It doesn't display it on the screen. We're gonna just test it. Okay, so we're gonna try this now. We're gonna try to make a rangefinder. Let's create Ravenscript, a rangefinder. Does it open it? Yes, it does open in here. Let's just copy this. It does a rangefinder. Cool. Just gonna copy paste this in here, save. Create a new text file called rangefinder.txt and copy and paste the code. We did that. Create a cylinder or an empty game object in Unity. Attach the game object to a weapon. Yeah, let's go for this. AR15. Okay, we're gonna create, I guess a cylinder. Can we do that even? Here. This is a bit huge. Let's move it over here. And you're gonna have no collider, because what a waste. Let's remove that. You're gonna be visible, and let's move you a little to the side. God, trying to position stuff. Here, you're gonna just hover next to the muzzle. because why the heck not? Let's put you on the other side of it too. So this thing needs to have this script, scripted behavior. And this is supposed to be rangefinder. Why is there... What the heck is this? There already is one in C#. What the heck? Okay, the z-axis is indicated by the blue arrow. Oh, so the problem is I have it in global, but it needs to be local. So it's currently shooting upwards. What am I supposed to do? I guess I'm supposed to have an empty and rotate that. Yeah. And now this is the rangefinder. And then I'm going to just move this to the rangefinder object. Yeah, it's gone here and it's present here now. So let's apply the changes. Rangefinder, local, blue forward. Yeah, well, it does say 90 degrees here, so I guess that's correct. Ravenscript mod, let's test it. Okay, distance 1 meter, 5 meters, 300 meters. Yeah, thank you, okay. All right, so the rangefinder works, but it's only in the console. So let's just continue with the next one, and that's a custom game mode. My game mode is a custom game mode. It puts a player in the shoes of a lone operative hunting for enemies in a base. The base is crawling with enemies on the patrol for intruders. The player must tread carefully. She has only 1 life and is tasked with killing everything else in the base. Expected targets, canvas, a UI canvas that contains a game over message. Canvas, a UI canvas that contains a game over message. Cool. All right, so the custom game mode script is really interesting, but it cannot be exported yet. I guess I will make a video as soon as this will be possible. Okay, so you know what? I think I have an idea. Let's just add a freaking UI stuff. Let's add UI text. Let's drag this onto the AR. Okay, so it's there. Let's just ensure that this is not console pic size, but scale with screen size. 1920, 1080. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put it to the top right instead. Wait, what? Okay, let's make it smaller. Whatever, it will float here. And the text will be text here. Okay, so this we're gonna call range something. 0 meters. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't like this. Let's let's do it like that. Let's do it like this also. The text, let's make the text smaller. So this is a 960. Let's make it less than that. 800. This divided by 2 is 540. Let's make it less than that. Cool. So this is where this text will be displayed. I don't care about the problems it causes. Step 1, create a text field and position it. Step 2, try to code so that it will be actually modified. Let's see. No, the script is down here. Okay, so we're gonna have to have a target. Let's set it to size 1. This is gonna be the UI text, okay? All lowercase. And we're gonna drag the canvas, no, not the canvas, but the text over here. Is that correct, or did we... No, that's not correct. Let's set this to 0 again. We want the rangefinder to have a script here. 1, so-and-so, text. Also, I'm going to rename this to text rangefinder. And now we're going to change the rangefinder script. So here I have the my game mode script, which is already on the documentation, but not yet working. It does explain how to get targets. Self targets canvas set active. Yeah, so self targets and then the word UI text. That's what we have to do. So rangefinder will update. Let's increase it to 1000. Rather than print, I want it to self target UI text. Get does that work? Game object get component. Here. Okay, so it just works like this, get component dot and no triangular brackets. So this is where knowing Lua helps, because I have no idea if triangular brackets exist in Lua. So, self-target UI text get component text equals hit distance. Okay, so we have the text, but it doesn't work. Let's see, does the rangefinder work at all? Okay, so Eagle Pancake helped me with the, I forgot to put .text here. And Steel Raven just reminded us we have to put targets in here. Okay, so Eagle Pancake is telling me that UI text is probably the wrong thing to do. So let's try it like that. Ravenscript mod, Ravenscript, Ravenfield tools, export, and test. It works. It works. It's not... oh, yes, it works. All right, somebody who is better educated will be able to provide a solution for this in the comments, I'm sure. For now, let's forget about that part and just use hit distance. I wish we could test this in the editor, but for now, apparently, no. It does work. I mean, the rangefinder works and it does display on screen now. That is pretty cool. This guide... so the Ravenscript stuff has not been announced yet, so this means that this tutorial is probably deprecated by the time you are watching this. So you should check out the official documentation, check out the official website about it, and then have fun scripting Ravenfield. I am out. I've been recording this for 2 hours and 40 minutes, including a break to save my sanity after fighting with Blender. Oh, good old Ravenfield physics, you're still here. Or should I say Unity physics. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Until then, ciao.